I wanted to showcase a few things I've done with my banana population in my yard in the last, I'd say, year and a half or so. And I'll start with the narrative that I used to have a laurel oak. The remnants of the trunk are right there. Excuse me, it used to be over kind of where that fence is, being illuminated there. It died and I chopped it down, and it was a huge laurel oak too. And so it, needless to say, cleared a lot of light space out in this area so that these plants are able to get a lot more daylight. And as such, I went ahead and took my bananas out of the heavily shaded area that they had been planted in decades ago, like at least 20 or more years ago, and just proceeded to get really shaded out and unproductive. They just struggle in this shade. You know, originally this oak tree was not as big and prolific as it is, and so these Namwa right here really struggle to produce. And the other types that I have, the varieties or whatever, are down that way, and likewise they were shaded out by other respective trees and stuff. So what I did is I got the bright idea of digging up some of the pups or young pseudostems and migrating them over here. And the one that we're seeing that was in this original first shot was, this is Mysore right here. And I'll go ahead and try to zoom in on the nanners that are sitting right there. And that started flowering a few weeks ago. And but yeah, it just really responded well to having been put out in full light, getting fertilized and water, needless to say. Those are all good criteria for success. This right here is a plantain vegetable. For me, is a vegetable banana, or plantain, if that's how you like to say it. And I was able to get a pup of this from someone. And that's good because I could never find them available for sale, so I lucked out on that one. This right here is a dwarf-ish dessert type, and I don't know the name. I don't know the name of the plantain either. I can probably find it out. But yeah, this is just an unknown dwarf, but it's a really nice dessert banana. The fruit's really good. So I took a baby pseudostem or a pup from the mat, the original mat from an old customer of mine. And then this right here is Goldfinger, and I took the flower off of it because the stem was starting to lean. You can see when we go to the side profile here that it still leans a little bit, but I took, you know, a few pounds off with that flower. It's definitely matting up nicely. It's getting lots of new pseudostems coming online. And then lastly, I have these Namwa here that just got put in this past winter, just maybe a couple months ago. So they're starting to find themselves, getting lots of water and fertilizer, and of course some light to help them do what they need to do. And once these Namwa figure out they're living the good life here, they're going to really take off and just pretty much get over 15, 17 feet tall, and they'll mat out really heavily if I'm not careful. So, and likewise with all these. So I'm going to do management like you normally do. You don't want too many stems coming up at the same time. So anyway, there's a little banana update of just trying to get a little more successful at getting fruit out of these guys. And one last curious note here, the job I have takes me out into cow pastures occasionally, and so when I do, I'll stuff a trash bag full of cow manure and bring it home and throw it up under my, not my fruit trees, but mostly just the bananas. And that'll help to break down and enrich the soil and help the mycorrhizal environment and yada yada, and the worms be happy, and they'll in turn take care of the bananas. And I use as organic as I can feed for these guys. So anyway, banana updates. Hope you enjoyed.